Hi everyone, welcome back to the Moneywise. My name is Benhar. I hope you guys are doing well. So I'm Benhar and I'm living in Germany from almost more than 6 years now. And I do like to share some of my knowledge or some of my experiences on this channel on the topics related to personal finance and investments. So for today's topic, we will be discussing about investment features in N26. For those of you who know, N26 is a bank. Basically, if you know, it is good. If you don't know, that is also you'll get to know. So in this video we'll talk about N26, but from the perspective of investment opportunities. So N is a bank, and but it is a neobank. What does that mean? Neobank is someone who operates digitally. So it's not a typical bank like where you have 10 different branches in the cities and across the country, but it is all operated on digital platform. So I'm using this platform from almost more than 3 years now, and yeah, that's what N26 in a short. But we will be looking into the investment features what they are offering. So almost it is more than a year now that they have started investment features, and we will be looking into that, and we'll see what different modes of investments are available, how much the fees will be charged, and how someone can start investing in N26. That's what we will be discussing in the video, and I hope you watch the video till end, and let's get started. So let's get started, and let's look into what are the possibilities or opportunities for investments via N26. And for that, this is the application, and it is a mobile application. So this feature is only available on the mobile applications and not on the website. So let's start and let's look into one by one of what are the options we have for the investments via N26. So that's the landing page. There you can see it is a main account, and then some transaction histories. So it's a home page, landing page of your application. There you will get a roughly idea of your transactions, what installments, like basically transactions and landing page. And there is also features of instant saving, but we will not get into it. Some joint accounts, spaces, cryptocurrencies, investments. These are the basically exploring the app, how it looks like. So but we are more into in the investment opportunities, so features of N26. So you have to before you start investing, even if you have a bank account, you need to fill out certain informations that you need, that N26 is required, like basically how much you earn, and basically I don't remember, but because this account is already set up with me, so it will ask you some informations, and it is really easy and quick to start invest to fill those details, and again instantly it is the securities account or like your depot account is opened. But however, for our purpose, we will look into the investments tab. So there are, if you notice in the down, there are home, finances, investments, and yeah, but investments, and this is the investment tabs where we will be looking into. If you see the bottom, the third one, investments, and as like I mentioned, you need to update certain personal information, and then you can explore the ready-made funds. Ready-made funds is basically you have, it is opportunity to invest in the mutual funds. So that will also see what are the ready-made funds and the feature about it. So you have certain, once you update your personal information, immediately you are ready to invest, start investing. So and then if you notice, there are around 4,000 plus assets, and cryptocurrencies are also there. Around 400 plus cryptocurrencies are there, and managed fund by experts. This is uh, the funds are like a mutual funds, which is ready-made funds. So that you have a mindful, balanced, and ambitious fund. So however, for exploring the investments, starting with the stocks, the bifurcation is given with the region, with the industry. So there are n number of stocks. As you see, 2434 are the stocks, and you also have the possibilities of focusing on a specific area. If you want to emerging markets, Asia market, etc., and that's how you can select and start filtering out what is your investment uh, theme. So also the industry as well, automotive, banking, chemical industries, because it is good to have diversified portfolios, so you can shortlist or filter out with the region, with the industry, and with this, uh, that's how you can filter it out. So let's look now for the ETFs. So ETFs, we have around more than 600, or around approximately 1700 ETFs you have. And these ETFs are also like segregated. Again, you can filter it out with the issuer, so which issuer you specifically want. So at times it does matter like what issuer you have, the because your volume is defined, your asset under management is also defined, and these are minimum criterias that someone can think about while preparing, or like while shortlisting the ETFs. So again, the indexes, you have DAX, Dow Jones, you have MSCI, you have Nasdaq as also there. So these are the different indexes where you can shortlist the particular ETF. So that's the ETF. Again, you have the region like world, European, emerging market. Uh, that's how you filter it out, and then it will give you a specific number of ETFs as per your criteria. Some people would like to receive dividend, and dividend is also like some ETF they do pay some ETF, like it is one is accumulated as well as one is distributed. So also focusing on prime specific sectors, that's also available. You have metal, you have government ETFs, and bonds ETFs, etc., and that's the options available for ETF. Dividend, there are two different type forms of dividends. One ETF which pays out you the cash, like let's say you're getting some ETF, you have some ETF, and you're receiving every quarter some $10 or XYZ amount that you will receive in your bank account as a cash. But accumulated is something that your 10 euros will be again reinvested into the same ETF, and you get a number of a fractional portion of your basic based on the price levels. You get a portion out of the ETF. So that is like getting accumulated, and that 10 euros will be not paid, but it will be reinvested in your ETF again back to the ETF. So that is basically two different types of investments, two different types of dividend payouts. So now we have cryptocurrencies. So on the third tab, if you see stocks, ETF, and now it is cryptocurrencies. There are almost 400 cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, stablecoin, as well as meme coins as well. So around roughly 400, it is the cryptocurrencies, and that's what the options for cryptocurrencies we have in N26. There are also possibilities that you can invest at a one time. You can invest as a regular plan. Like regular plan, when I say, it is basically savings plans. At the certain amount you fix it every month, let's say 100 euros. Every month it will be deducted from your account, and that 100 euros will be deposited into your chosen form of investment. It is also available in stocks, it is also available in ETFs, it is also available in cryptocurrencies. So as that's total different forms of investments. And now we will look into funds managed by expert, which is ready-made funds. One, it is mindful, second is balanced, and ambitious. So we'll look into we'll look into this form of investment as well. Mindful, as the name suggests, it's pretty much mindful. I mean, like it is not involved these funds will not involved into risky bets or risky investments. This could be a good choice if you are not looking to take a lot of risk. So there are different types of investors. Different types of investors. One is a low risk taker, moderate risk taker, and a high risk taker. So that is the investment strategy this fund will be adapting. It's a mindful. So what you will can expect is around roughly 2% of returns, which is basically not even beating your inflation. But however, some people would like to invest as a uh, conservative mindsets. Risk rating is 2 out of 7, which is quite low risky. And if you see, it is 81% is invested in bonds and 19% is invested in stocks. Bonds being as a safe assets or uh, considered as a safe investment strategy. So and also the categories are around, it is segregated into different categories or different sectors. Information technology you have, financials you have, industries, healthcare, and respectively the portion how much they are invested. Let's say out of 100 euros, 22.7% will go in informational technology, which is IT. 15% roughly will go into financials, and vice versa. So that is the categorization of this particular fund, which is known as a mindful fund. You can choose, there is also annual fee. So of course, it will be some annual fee involved, and that annual fee is around 0.55%. And roughly how it is calculated, let's say uh, will be incurred as your annual platform fee. So that is pretty reasonable. I would say it's not that expensive compared to some other mutual fund uh, portfolios or mutual funds. So yeah, that's the annual platform fee. And you can choose how to choose. You just simply click on choose this fund, and then it will take you to the next screens for where you can set up your savings plans, like savings plans as well as one-time investments. The mindful ready-made fund. And let's look into the second fund, which is known as a balanced fund. So as the name suggests, you are willing to take certain risk, but as a balanced fund. So and this could be a good choice if you are looking for to take some small amount of risk, and you can expect around 6% of return. And if it is favorable, if the market structure and if it is performing well, it will be around your 10,000 will look like around 15,000 50 euros in the next 5 years. And worst to worst, again, these are the numbers. Nothing can be guaranteed. So it could go more, it could go less, and that is also possibilities. So here, if you see, the asset allocation is around 49% is in the bonds and 51% is the stocks. So it is pretty much balanced. So in terms of like whenever the stock market is down, your bond market will be up, and if the bond market is down, the stock market will be up. So that is quite balanced. And also it is spreaded between different categories. Information technology is around 24%, 16% goes into financials, and that's how the respective. Healthcare is 10%. And you see even the platform fee is also 0.55%, as same as like mindful fund. So let's look to the now the next one, ambitious fund. As the name suggests, here your aim is to maximize the returns, and you can expect almost around 8.1%. And if you invest today, for 5 years, 10,000 could go around 17,240 euros, and it could also, the downside is around 10,530 euros. So again, this is the numbers. So it could vary on the situations and time horizons. So and if you notice in this fund, it is almost 81% of stock, which is quite a major portion of you. Let's say if you're investing 100 euros per month, 80 euros will be going into stocks, and 19 euros, like 81 euros, will be going into stocks, and 19 euros will be going into the bonds. So that's how the fund segregation it is. It could be a bit riskier if the If you are not willing to, if someone who is conservative investment strategies, that could be a riskier. So but again, it's depends on person to persons and your investment horizon, investment goal. So this is 22% is segregated in information technology. There is also real estate of around 5%, consumer discretionary at around 11%, financials. So around the annual platform fee is also 0.55%, which is also the same for mindful as well as balance fund, as well as the ambitious fund. So the platform fee is the same all around. Who's be managing this fund? That fund manager could be any company, asset management companies. These are taken care by those companies. So but that before selecting, do read the documents, do read all the documentations of the fund and etc. So that's how, like just a basic initial deposit. Let's say if you want to set up a regular plan, which is a which is a savings plans, there is a monthly frequency you can choose. Monthly, it is also there. Monthly you have, a weekly you have. You can choose the amount how much you want. Weekly you have every 2 weeks, and weekly, monthly. And you can choose the month as well, starting of every month, let's say third of each month, as well as mid of each month. Because some of the companies, they do pay your salaries on a monthly basis, like the first day of the month. Or some, there are some also companies who pays the salaries in middle of the month. So that's where the differences. And if you, let's say, if you choose ambitious fund, your investment preview, it is set up as like mentioned, platform fees around 0.55%. So for now, this video will not buy this ambitious fund, because we will look into the further possibilities. So that's how you can choose a ready-made fund. And if you hit the confirm, and that's, you are ready to buy the fund as per your investment amount. 26. So these are the around again the dashboard, and this is the sections for cryptocurrencies creator. You can see the top movers. There are some cryptocurrencies who have almost 47% in a day. That is quite well, yeah, that's quite huge. But again, cryptocurrencies can go 50% up and 50% down as well. So depends, and this is how you will get to know the top movers in last 24 hours, top losers as well. And there are n number of cryptocurrencies, meme coins. There are different, there are many cryptocurrencies, almost around 400. So but for now, we'll look into the stable coins, and that's how the there are also listing for let's say if I want to set up, or if I want to buy a Bitcoin. Currently it is trading around 94,300, and overall the 1 month performance is pretty sideways, and around in a year it gave 60% of invest 60% of return. This is basically a overview of the Bitcoin. Market cap is 1.88 trillions, and I'm just away to buy, and yeah, I'm trying to buy here. And what is the origin of fund? It will ask you certain questions, like not that as it is a performing bank, and it requires your uh, data, and if it is a saving, or if it is a personal income, earnings from previous investments, that need to be chosen. So I say salary, as a salaried person, and of course employed, self-employed, retired. So basically how much you earn monthly, let's say roughly, I say choose a random number. And roughly net worth, again it requires including certain confirmations. And yeah, the total is investment per year, how much you want to invest roughly. So your knowledge of regarding the cryptocurrencies, how you would rate. Do you have knowledge but never invested, or you're trading almost from last 3 years? So that's what you choose as per your experience. And then assess your knowledge of the potential risk of the cryptocurrencies. Are you aware of the cryptocurrencies? Because cryptocurrencies are highly risky investments, and then they need some certain uh, confirmations that you are aware what you are doing. So trading has a risk. I say I confirm them that I understand. And once this is So once before you confirm it, it wants you to read the term and condition of N26 and BAM, because N26 is the bank and BAM is the basically a data vendor of cryptocurrencies. So if you want, you can read, and that's how you confirm, and then your cryptocurrencies is portfolio is getting set up. So it's working, and there will we have opened account for cryptocurrencies. Basically, I was only I didn't thought about that cryptocurrencies required a different like different confirmation, basically not the account. So congrats, now it's time to trade crypto. So start trading. Let's say for currently I'll buy just as a demo for 10 euros of Bitcoin. I'll get some fractional of Bitcoin, and let's see the audit preview. And around for 100 euros I'm getting some 0.0010445 Bitcoin exchange rate, which means the one Bitcoin is 95 approximately 95,698 euros. Fees is almost 1 point, it's around 1.5%, which I feel a bit higher. uh, but yeah, currently the I'm buying of 10 euros and I'm paying 0.15 euros, uh, 0.15 euro as a fee. So here is also some explanation of the fee. Bitcoin metal, if there are different varieties of different types of account holding. So there are basically, if you are a metal holder, like the subscription model, N26 also runs some subscriptions. And if you hold the metal account, then you buy at 1% and sell at 1%. Since I'm a standard user and I don't have any additional features or additional services or subscriptions, I pay around 1.5% on buy and 1.5% on a sell. That is bit higher. And but yeah, since it is as a demo, and then that's fine. So it's around 1.5% as your standard fee. The order preview, and let's say I click on buy now, and this is order is getting processed, and the order is successfully executed, and I receive some fractional BTC, and immediately I'm 1.6% negative. So that's fine. That's what I'm not a bit. I'm not sitting on the loss of 0.16 euros, which is around 1.6%. That is how the Bitcoin works. It is quite riskier asset class. So, but some people would like to invest in Bitcoin. So yeah, and that's how the that's what I wanted to share, how to buy cryptocurrencies, different varieties of investment forms. Like you have stocks, you have ETFs, you have certain limited funds, but again there are also possible. So that's what the investments or like interface looks like. It will show my portfolio or explore. Currently it is 1.6% into losses, and then that's how the interface it is, and it all depends on the investment strategy you adapt. But you have a sufficient number of stocks, sufficient number of ETF, and a lot of cryptocurrencies as well. So what how the if investing in N26, that's what I wanted to discuss in this video. I hope you learned something new, and if you have any questions, do write me to the comment box. Thank you. So I hope you learned something new. I hope you watched the video till end. If you have any questions, do write me into the comment box. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And I hope to see you soon in the next videos. Until then, thank you.